All right, guys, we're back at it with another one here. We got an interesting video of J.D. Vance shamelessly lying directly to Theo Von's face when it comes to the Israeli genocide of Gaza. So now he wants to act like nothing, he doesn't know what's going on, and this is all. So, Theo Von, he sits there and plays the role of like, okay, I don't know too much. Please help me out. Like, what's going on here? I'm thinking this is a genocide. Can you help me? He plays that role. And so he kind of gets J.D. Vance to talk about what's going on in Gaza. And obviously, J.D. Vance is a genocide supporter, and he's taken a lot of money. Him and Donald Trump have taken a lot of money from various super PACs and representatives of the Zio lobby, along with Israeli representatives, guys. So he's taking all this money. And so let's get into this clip here while they're massively slashing Medicaid and raising taxes on the bottom half of society, and they're doing all that shit, and also taking money from the Zio lobby. But let's get into this clip here and break these lies down, guys. A lot of lies.
Mr. Wyckoff, but I never met him. But I
Good
like,
dude.
yeah.
You should have him.
I think I think the tough thing just as a regular person, right? It's like we're seeing all these videos of people like picking up pieces of their children, and like,
of course,
it's the sickest thing I think it's ever been televised. Basically, if you consider watching something on your phone being televised,
sad, man.
It's a mass. It feels like a massacre, and it feels like I've called it a genocide. Other people have different thoughts about it, and that's fine, right? And I don't need anybody to share the same thoughts, or you two. But I think where it gets scary is that we give, we're complicit in it because we help fund like military stuff, and that's where as like a regular guy, you're like, well, I'm paying these taxes and they're going towards this, like. But you can't do anything, like you can talk, but it's like you can't. I don't understand how it becomes like tough for people. Like sometimes it feels like we look out for the interests of Israel before we look out for the interests of America.
So number one, like I think you're a great dude, so we don't always have to agree on everything. Do I think it's totally. do I think it's a genocide? No. And here's the reason why I don't think it's a genocide, because I don't think that the Israelis are purposely trying to go in and murder every Palestinian. I don't think that's what they're doing. I think they got hit hard, and I think they're...
You fat, pudgy, bitch liar. Okay? You fat, pudgy liar. And, what's interesting with these guys is, you definitely don't want to have these conversations or even give them a platform because, in essence, it legitimizes their opinion. And he knows what's going on. He knows that the entity there, the regime there, right, is strictly targeting hospitals, schools, women, and children. Like, come on, man. Are you at, like, everybody, all the reports that we've been getting, all the evidence, the journalists who are doing a wonderful job, who Israel, by the way, has killed more journalists in this conflict than any war in history, by the way. So just make sure you guys remember that fact, because they try to come out here and say like, oh, well, there's this huge PR campaign that's, targeting Israel. Well, dude, like, they have all your war crimes compiled in several videos. We have yet for them to release the October 7th footage because they keep weaponizing that. Like, oh, well, we got this 50-minute footage here. If we show you guys that, you'll see why we're doing what we do. Like, we haven't seen a minute of that, right? But we have a full, series, films of disgusting images coming out of Gaza. So this fat, pudgy asshole, he'll sit around and say, well, they're not deliberately targeting Gazans. No, they're not deliberately targeting them. While they're conducting a massive starvation campaign, number one, this is proven fact, right? Most of the casualties are women and children. We don't know how many people have died from the other side, the militant side, the Hamas, it's literally been targeting only specifically women and children. They'll target like a stadium filled of women and children. Be like, oh, there was one person there. There was a Hamas terrorist we were looking for there. And then they wipe out a stadium. So it's just sick, vile, disgusting behavior. And, it's just because these guys are swimming in AIPAC money, guys. So you got to understand that too. These fucking clowns are swimming in AIPAC money, and at the same time, they don't give a fuck about Muslims or Palestinians. We don't give a fuck about them. They're
trying to sort of destroy this terrorist organization, and war is hell, and that is true. I also think it's true, man. I mean, I've seen people on my side of the political aisle. I'm a Republican, you know that, but your audience may not. who like will see these videos of these innocent Palestinian kids and say, "Oh, well, they had it coming to them." No. Like if you have a soul, your heart should break when you see a little kid who's suffering. Which is why we have the policy that we have, which is we're trying to eliminate the conflict, eliminate the source of the conflict, so that we can actually bring some peace and some humanitarian assistance into people. And that's my basic view. And the president's interesting. He's a pro-Israel guy.
Yeah.
And he also recognizes that to bring any conflict to a close, you've got to talk to everybody. Yeah. And so, we've been attacked. I've been attacked. The president's been attacked for being too interested in diplomacy. And you ask, like, what can I do? I think that what people should demand is that if our tax dollars are going to something, we should be actively trying to fix it. Okay, that's kind of the way that I think about it. And what happened with the Biden administration, man, it's crazy. They were spending so much money all over the world. They weren't engaged in diplomacy at all. So we sent $300 billion to Ukraine, for example, and you never had the president of the United States actually trying to force a diplomatic settlement. You talk about bodies all over the ground. Dude, the Russia-Ukraine thing is the most vicious. We see satellite images, we see classified images, man. Yeah, it is vicious. And again, it's I will hear people who will say, well, they're again, mostly on our side, will say, oh, these, the Russians got killed. That's a good thing. Look, I'm not defending the invasion. I'm not defending starting a war. But when human beings are getting blown to bits, your heart should feel sad about that. Yeah. And you should.
I'm not defending anything when human beings are being blown to bits. I'm not defending anything. I have nothing to do with it. I don't have anything to do with Gaza. I'm the good guy. Me and Trump are the good guys. We're trying to just stop this. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, guys. And see, the issue with and this is what they're planning on doing, guys, and I'm gonna just lay it out to you guys here, man. This whole rift between Trump and Netanyahu is a big scam, and it's a fraud. They're trying to make it seem like that there's this big rift and that Israel is like this rabid dog that they can't stop, right? And Trump's trying his best to stop them, and he's not behind the scenes telling Netanyahu like, yeah, go ahead and strike them. We got your back, man. We got your fucking back. We just don't want to look like that because everybody is going to think we're monsters, which they are, right? But essentially what's going to happen is these two clowns are going to do exactly what the Israeli lobby wants them to do. Exactly what but the way they're going to do it, they're going to kind of go around the issue, not be as direct as they usually are, which to say that they are the ones that are perpetuating the genocide in Gaza. Not to say that like, yeah, we're we have a lot to do with what Israel's doing in Gaza, and we're the ones kind of letting it happen. They don't want to say that. They're gonna say some bullshit like, oh, Israel's they're on their own. They kind of do things on their own. We're the good guys. We're trying to like tame two dogs from attacking each other, guys. Like we want to tame the situation. Me and Trump are the good guys. Yeah, bullshit. You're going to see what's going to happen. Israel's going to act alone. And then what? Iran's obviously going to target the U.S. bases in the region. They're going to target very strategic locations for the United States. And they're obliged to help now protect the Gulf states because they rammed money up Trump's ass when he flew over there. So they're obliged to go and protect them. And then they're going to get America fully involved when some huge attack happens or some false flag. And that's what's going to happen because they wanted to stop this war. I mean, the other side, the Hamas guys, like they said, all right, hey, we'll release all the hostages. Okay, let's just stop the war, stop the siege on Gaza. This is over with. We didn't think that you guys were going to implement the Hannibal Directive and kill like 1,000 of the people. We were just trying to get we were trying to go in there and, attack just like the IDF because that's who's oppressing us, and so but we didn't know that you guys were going to go full blown and like literally implement the Hannibal Directive and wipe out 1,200 of your civilians, which is crazy, right? So anyways, man, like these are modern day Nazis, guys, war criminals, and Trump and Mr. Vance is allowing this shit to happen. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.